gentlemen, your sponsors for our opening contest tonight are DQ of Dublin, Brandon Fairclough for Superior Court Judge, and Shamrock Bowling Center. Let's bring it to the ring. Our referee for this contest, Stanley Kingsley.
Singles action schedule number 1 fall is for the Lariato Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, and hailing from Long Island, New York. He is recognized as the Internet Champion, Cardona.
Hello, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for Lariato Pro Wrestling presents Emerald Night Fight. We have got Matt Cardona challenging for the Lariato Heavyweight Championship to kick us thing off, making his return to Lariato after 3 years away. Rob Webb is calling the action, joined by Jackson Locke. Jackson, what a way to get this show kicked off, baby.
Let's go there, pegged to the roof in here tonight. Like you say, what a way to start it off. Matt Cardona here to challenge our new champion.
So you're going to hear from the indie god, the Deathmatch King.
Come on, guys, don't boo me, come on.
Ask John Schuyler, that doesn't work.
Not here.
Seriously, I wanted to say 2 things. 1, rest in peace, Frankie Chiazzo. And more importantly, number 2, Dublin, Georgia sucks! To wrestle in Atlanta. This is like 2 hours away. Nowhere to eat. No cell phone service.
He's right about the second part, but if you want some quick, go check out Sauces, our great sponsor.
Exactly.
I am the only superstar on this show. Sit down, Grandpa. Tonight, I go one-on-one with Bryce Cannon. That's his name, right? Bryce Cannon. I had to Google him because I had no idea who he was. I will say this about him. He has a lot of potential. He has some great gear. He has a great tan. Shut up! But tonight is not his night because he's wrestling the indie god. And Bryce, I know you're listening, and I know you know exactly what I'm going to say next. This is the biggest opportunity of your career, the biggest opportunity of your life, but for me, it's just another payday. And after I become the Lariato Pro World Champion, I'm getting out of Georgia because Georgia sucks.
Definitely not in the business of making fans, Jackson.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
And his opponent, weighing in at 269 white blood, and hailing from his daddy shot, he is your Lariato Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Bryce Cannon.
The Frat Daddy returning to Dublin, Georgia after defeating John Schuyler for that Lariato Heavyweight Championship. And what a way to kick off the reign of the Frat Daddy, defending against the indie god himself tonight, Jackson.
You said it, new champion here, Bryce Cannon. I can't think of a bigger first title defense than a man who's truly been running the indies here, or self-proclaimed maybe, but I might back him up a little bit, Matt Cardona. Bryce Cannon's gonna have his hands full here tonight in his first title defense at Emerald City Fight Night.
Bryce Cannon has never feared a challenge in his entire career. And with The fans in Dublin firmly behind the frat daddy. That could be the extra push, the extra bit of momentum that Bryce needs to finish this one up tonight and successfully defend that championship.
Absolutely. We know he feeds off the crowd, and the crowd here in Dublin is red hot tonight for this title match.
Could that be the scene? Could that be foreshadowing to what we see at the end of this one? Could Matt Cardona be the man that holds that championship? Or will it be a retaining for the champ himself, Bryce Cannon?
Both men ready to go. There's that bell. Here we go.
And the Emerald City Fight Night is underway. Listen to this ovation for our heavyweight champion, Bryce Cannon. And listen to the exact opposite for the indie god, Matt Cardona. Now, something I want to point out before this match gets too far underway tonight, as Bryce Cannon once again perches on the middle turnbuckle, tonight is a very special night for all of us here at Lariato Pro, as we mourn the loss of one of our brothers, Francisco Chiazzo, the capo of the ring, a man that Bryce Cannon not only stood alongside, but also fought several times throughout his career here at Lariato Pro, a man that was with me through every step of my own professional wrestling career. And tonight, we honor Frankie, and I know Frankie's got front row seats upstairs, and he is watching this one for sure.
Absolutely, and with us honoring Frankie tonight, you know every man is looking to give everything he has as we remember our brother Frankie. And like you say, Bryce Cannon, of course, special connections there, Francisco Chiazzo.
He members of the frat pack.
Exactly,
together.
exactly.
Been up and down these roads. As I said, fought alongside one another and fought against each other. Collar and elbow tie to start us off. Waist control reversal there for Cannon. And Cardona once again jumping out of the ring, trying to kill some time.
Not quite ready. That long drive from Atlanta, you think he'd be ready to go.
No kidding. Bryce Cannon came out here tonight with his internet championship, looking to add to the collection if he can pick up the Lariato Heavyweight Championship tonight. Now, something I wanted to point out, as Matt Cardona came out here, he talked about this being just another payday for him. He's going to make Bryce Cannon famous. I want to point something out. Bryce Cannon defeated John Schuyler for that heavyweight championship, correct?
That's it.
Now, here's a little bit of trivia for you, Jackson. Whenever John Schuyler, recently, a few years ago, signed with Impact Wrestling, now known as TNA once again, do you know who he beat in his debut match?
You gotta lay it on me.
Matt Cardona.
Wow.
So if Bryce Cannon can beat the man that can beat Matt Cardona, I think that looks pretty good for Cannon tonight.
Sounds really good.
Side headlock there from the indie god, the deathmatch king, Matt Cardona. Now firing these shots to the midsection. Goes to shoot him off, but got a handful of the tip. Does Cardona, but it's a Curry from Cannon. Cannon with a deep arm drag. Goes up for the drop kick. Cannon's on fire, Jackson.
I believe Cardona is shocked by that onslaught from Bryce Cannon, and Bryce Cannon wants some more.
After the war of words that we saw between these two, this is the last thing that Cardona was expecting.
He's out, he says. I think he still might be a little dazed.
That drop kick along with that enziguri definitely seemed to have rocked Cardona. But Cannon is giving chase now on the outside. Right hand right to Cardona. Cannon rocking Matt Cardona all over the ringside area.
We gotta love our champion tonight. He wants a fight while he's defending his title for the first time. He's not going to let Cardona just walk out of here.
Getting the fans to grab a hold of Matt Cardona. A little bit of an assist there from the Dublin locals. this raucous ovation from this crowd. They are loving every bit of what they're seeing as Matt Cardona still reeling here on the outside, now in front of the commentator's table. And here comes Bryce Cannon, just laying in more shots after shots, Jackson.
Back against the barricade. Huge shot.
Even with the shirt on, that is still a lot of force coming down on the chest of Matt Cardona with his chops. Cannon goes up, get back in the ring, catches a punch there from Cardona. Cardona kicks the middle rope before Cannon can fully get in the ring. And now look at Matt Cardona, that knee planted between the shoulder blades of Cannon against that middle rope.
Great move, quick thinking from Cardona, and now momentum completely in his favor now.
Matt Cardona, a veteran of this business, has been doing this for a very, very long time. I said around 20 years. You don't get the name the Indie God or the Deathmatch King for no reason. This man, since leaving WWE, has reinvigorated his career in his own image, not the image of someone else. Another swinging neck breaker there from Cardona. Cardona has been on absolute fire over the last few years and looking to continue the blaze here as he hooks the leg of Cannon. And Cannon kicks out at 2.
Cardona sent a message to the crowd here. Like you say, you have to absolutely respect what he's been able to do on the independent scene here, and looking to add that Lariato gold, which he has not had the privilege of claiming, and now looking to take it away from our new champion, Bryce Cannon.
You know, and during the first reign of John Schuyler did defend that championship against Matt Cardona's longtime Major Brothers tag team partner, Brian Myers. Myers was unsuccessful on that night. Cardona looking to have his own fortunes here tonight. We haven't seen Matt Cardona in a Lariato ring since the summer of 2021, where he teamed with Doc Gallows and Dr. Luther, taking on the Jungle Kings and Dean Alexander with what feels like a lifetime ago at this point. As the shirt comes off, and now looking to use the shirt to choke out the frat daddy. Referee warning Matt Cardona, having to lay down the law. And now Cardona put his hands on the official. Roll up is made from Cannon. Just a 2 count. Ducks the line. Cannon off the ropes, and we've got a double clothesline. Both men are down in the center of the ring.
Both men fighting to get back to their feet.
And you can feel the ground shaking in the Lawrence County 6th Grade Academy as both men get back to their feet. Bryce Cannon with the right hand throws another one right at Cardona. Cannon just firing off rounds now. Cannon has got Cardona rocked, leaning against that corner as Cannon comes in for the charge. He's got that patented clothesline. Whips him through with the neck breaker. Cannon now hooks the leg to retain, and a kick out at 2 from Cardona.
Huge kick out. 2 3/4 at least.
We know what the frat daddy's got in mind. He wants that keg stand, the move that he used to put away John Schuyler. Can he do it again? He goes to get it hooked, but Cardona fighting out of it. Catches him. Rock bottom from Cannon.
Goes deep into the bag of tricks there. I don't think Cardona had prepared.
No, he's not. Just the tip right to the torso of Cannon. Hooks the outside leg. Cardona out at 2. Both men now absolutely gassed after this early onslaught of this match. Cardona first one back to his feet, but Cannon shortly follows. Referee now being drug into harm's way by Matt Cardona. And Cardona with the low blow on the Cannon. The referee never saw it. Referee trying to put the pieces together, Jackson.
Should ask a fan for assistance. He could ask me. I'll help out.
Lifelines here. Cardona going for the reboot, and he's got it. Hooks the leg. New champ. No!
Cannon caught every single bit of that boot. Huge kick out.
Right against the temple. But Cardona still has more tricks in the playbook as he now has his eyes set on the Internet Championship that he came to ringside with. He's got it in his hands. But now Cannon's got a hold of the belt. Got a little bit of a tug of war here, Jackson. Disaster kick from Cannon. Cannon hooks the leg. 2.
The resilience of Cardona.
Now, but look at Bryce Cannon now. Cannon has his hands on that Internet Championship.
What's he thinking?
Champion's advantage. If Cannon decides to use this as a weapon, he keeps his belt, but the referee not waiting to see if that happens. But Cardona's got the paddle and cracks it over the head of Cannon. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. No, Cannon kicks out at 2 again.
Oh my. The paddle splits in 2 and Bryce Cannon still says, I got some more in me.
Radio silence from the indie god. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Cannon kicks out of it.
Bryce Cannon, are you kidding me? How much more can he have, Rob?
That was one of the heaviest shots that Matt Cardona could possibly place on Bryce Cannon, and Cannon still finding the wherewithal to kick out at 2. Cardona's beside himself.
Too much on the line here for Bryce Cannon tonight to go down that easy.
And now Cardona once again hands on the belt, shoves the referee into the corner, ducks the belt shot, this Cannon, now Cannon with a low blow. Kickstand onto the title.
Our
Hooks the
official.
leg. 1, 2, 3. What a statement that Bryce Cannon just made in his first title defense.
Absolutely. You can see it in his eyes, Rob. It just meant so much to Bryce Cannon tonight, and that is why he is still our Lariato Pro Heavyweight Champion.
And I'd have to know, I have to imagine Frankie was right here ringside just like he was all those years for Bryce Cannon, and that was the extra edge that Cannon needed to defeat easily one of the toughest opponents that he's faced this entire career.